Let us listen. I'll give my take.
It's no longer news that our former president Buhari is gone. People can always hide truth, but for how long will people continue to hide the truth? Buhari was sick and he was flown out of the country, and yesterday we heard that he died in London. But the truth is that there has always been rumor that President Buhari already died in 2017 when Nnamdi Kanu, the Biafra agitator, said that the person that they brought back to Nigeria when Buhari was sick in London is no other than a man from Sudan, and people doubted him. And now we are beginning to see, could it be that actually Buhari died that time, but they didn't want to hand over power to Oshibanjo, so they brought an impostor. And when they brought this impostor, was there for 2 years, finished power, and handed over power to Tinubu stylishly, so that Nigeria will continue in the trajectory of, failed system of government. And now Tinubu is there. Just 2 years after Tinubu is in power, the Buhari dies. Which Buhari actually died? Was it the Buhari that was claimed to have been dead in 2017, or the person from Sudan? Or was Buhari actually alive? He was just a carcass of himself, and eventually he died in 2025. Now, the gist is that Buhari died in London hospital. This same Buhari that died in London hospital was said to have died in London hospital 2017. But if you notice, by the time Buhari came into the country in 2017, having stayed away for some months, and Oshibanjo was the acting president, we realized that there was a kind of media blackout. When they bring the guy come the country, they don't let us know anything wey dey happen. And then they said that Buhari could not stay in Aso Rock. They had to go and stay in the guest house, probably a guest house in the Aso Rock, not his presidential lodge. And the reason they said that was that Buhari had rats in his lodge, in his presidential lodge. So where did the rats come from? A whole presidential lodge, rats. It was so bad that he could not stay. So even in my house now, even if there are rats, I can still stay and we'll find a way to, to terminate, the rats. But Buhari had plans. So all these are beginning to make us think that there was a grand plan. There was this scheme that Buhari should never die in office because it will make a southern president take over. And in order for them to actualize that, they brought somebody from Sudan, represent Buhari, and now that person has finished his time, they say, okay, 2 years is okay. 2 years after that, let's put Tinubu, another very incompetent person, worse than Buhari. Yes, I must say that in everything I will say about Buhari, the real Buhari that I know, even if he was one who lived up to this time and died, was a man of integrity and dignity. Buhari didn't try to enrich himself. Buhari never bought a house in Abuja or anything. It was just a few months ago that Buhari relocated from Katsina to Kaduna, because Buhari grew up in Kaduna. His house is in Kaduna. So he moved just a few months ago, and he was welcomed by El-Rufai, he was welcomed by Atiku and the like. And now Buhari falls sick again, and he travels to London and he dies. But what is the tragedy in all this? The tragedy is the fact that this same Buhari commissioned, I think, a national hospital or a health project of about 3 billion naira or even more. Yet they do not receive their medical treatment in the country. There is innocent there. They all go to buy foreign-made cars, Toyota, Prado, and all sort of cars where they can make profits. Not just Buhari now, I'm talking about the Nigerian system, Nigerian government as a whole. And now you see that our legislators and House of Representatives, now of recent, when they entered, they gave all of them jeeps. Tinubu gave all of them SUVs. And this SUV, none of them is innocent. Now, Tinubu will be sick, he will travel to France. Tinubu's on is London. Tinubu is probably scared that it's like in London, Buhari don't do the tete. So if himself go, they may not see they'll go buy him. Maybe the English people not like him. So now France, Tinubu they go. Tinubu in France now, traveled of recent. He spent 13 days in St. Lucia. St. Lucia is not even as big as Ondo, and he promised to give them scholarship. What is happening to Nigerians? We are not giving Nigerians scholarship. We want to give outsiders scholarship. White people that have access to United Nation funds, they have access to United States, they have access to some other powerful countries there. You that you are already a Nigerian president, Nigeria that is seen as a developing country, a third world country, a backward and retrogressive country, Rather than find a way for St. Lucia's and other Western countries to give Nigerian students scholarship, you are saying you want to give them scholarship. This is the height of corruption, incompetence, and madness. Now, Buhari has died. I sympathize with his family. I love Buhari. I know Buhari was a man of integrity. But the truth is, they should come and tell us what Nnamdi Kanu has been saying. Did Buhari actually die in 2017? Was he alive up till this time? And if he died by this time, what are the circumstances surrounding his death in London? And if that be the case, how come, in spite of all the so-called billions of naira loans that are being collected, they do not have a working hospital that can take care of our president? No president in America will ever travel to another country for medical treatment. No country, no president or head of state or politician in the UK will travel out of the UK for medicals. Or in France, President Macron cannot do that. But Nigerian, is it that you do not even trust their doctors? If you do not trust Nigerian doctors to give you good treatment, how come you trust your chief security officer? Why you know the say one day that guy fit just carry gun buy you for national television and coup don't happen? Why you know the say the people wey dey cook also fit poison you? Why are you not scared that those people that are cooking for you can become compromised and that they can put something in your food? Why are you not scared that the driver who drives you can just run your motorcade off the bridge one day and land inside water and die? The pilots that are flying you, are they all foreign nationals from foreign countries? You know, are they not Nigerians? And why are you not scared that those people can also crash your plane? And even if you think that, okay, yes, your pilots are not Nigerians, but the engineers, the flight crew, the this, the that, there are so many people who certified a plane to fly. Why are you not scared that they may plant a bomb? You now go abroad. Why can't you bring the doctors? We have foreign doctors here. That's why I like Ajumobi, even if I felt that he was a dictator as a governor. When Ajumobi had coronavirus, of course, it would not have been easy for them to fly him out of the country because at that time, because there was restriction and all of that. But he died honorably in a Nigerian hospital, in Lagos for that matter. I know there are hospitals in Lagos, there are hospitals in Abuja, there are hospitals in Rivers that can take care of whatever it was Buhari was having. Buhari was, God damn it, 82 years. 82 years. My father is about 76 years or thereabout. If my father is sick, he goes to a normal hospital here in Nigeria. The other day, my father had cataract and he treated it in a Nigerian hospital in Surulere there. If it is Tinubu will fly to London with taxpayers' money. Buhari was using taxpayers' money, but when he left power, I don't think he could have had access to taxpayers' money. So he went probably, you know, it's still possible that, of course, since it was just the recent, the last president, Tinubu could still have been taking care of his bills. Because Tinubu wanted to play the good books, you know, be in the good books of Buhari, so that the Northerners will vote for him. But you look at it again. Buhari was the only president, after returning from London in 2017, where they claimed that he has died. He was the only president that the wife left and went to go and stay in EAU, United Arab Emirates, for 2 years, and she left her husband. And when she said that, when before then, she had already complained about the people surrounding her husband, and the husband said that she should go to the Oza room. That was what popularized that phrase, the Oza room, where he felt that the wife didn't have rights to come and criticize him in public or on national television. But why did that woman leave? Could it have been that as a result of the fact that she didn't want to be staying in the same house with Bashiru, a man that they brought from Sudan, an impostor? And in the end, what did you see Buhari doing within the last 2 years and even prior to that time? He started creating railway line that will lead from Nigeria to Niger, because he has identified with the Nigerians that they are more important than people in the south in Nigeria. And what Buhari will never be forgotten for is the NSAS, the way and manner he treated the NSAS, that he allowed soldiers go there to buy people anyhow, people that were protesting peacefully, and people ran out of the country. And that heavy-handedness, you know, that he used will be a legacy that will taint, you know, his legacy, or will be an event that will taint his legacy. But overall, to me, Buhari was a man of integrity. Buhari was a man of dignity, not like Tinubu. Tinubu that went to go and buy presidential jet for how many billions when people are suffering, building presidential vice presidential lodge for 20 billion naira when people are suffering. And at the same man that he built that place for, he wants to remove the man from power. You see this country that the more you look, the less you see. So no matter how hard you try to hide the truth, the truth would always unravel itself. That's my take on it. They should come and tell us what happened to Buhari, how he died, and if actually it is Buhari. And why didn't Buhari die in Nigeria at the age of 82? Why are you traveling abroad? What do you want to go and do abroad? Are you scared to die? 82 years? Haven't you lived long enough and stay in Nigeria and just accept your fate? All the travel that Buhari have been traveling, let's assume that all the treatment he has been receiving in Nigeria, the worst thing is that he would have died maybe a year ago. So what's wrong between 81 and 82? Why not just die honorably in Nigeria? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I am back with a banger. I remain your boy Ernest Omozokwe Adebayo Okoje. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Signing out.